Governor Rick Scott of Florida. Good morning, sir. We appreciate you coming in.
Good morning. I've been watching you this morning. It's chilly up north.
Yeah, I wish I was down in Florida right now, sir. I want to talk to you about Obamacare. That's what we invited you on. But there's obviously this tit for tat going on between President Trump and Democrats in Washington, regardless of who fired the first shot about these Russian investigations and wiretapping. Are you concerned that valuable time is being lost in your effort to repeal and replace Obamacare?
Well, if you go back to the election last year, what do people care about? They really want to get our economy going again, and they also want to make sure the disaster of Obamacare is repealed. We've got to replace it with something that actually works, which drives down costs. You know, and my background is I grew up in public housing. I know we didn't have health care. I ran the largest hospital company. I know we've got to fix this program. President Trump inherited a terrible mess.
He certainly did. And Rand Paul, senator from Kentucky, has been the last several days trying to find, he's made a show of it, and we've got some video of it, looking around, trying to get into basically a secret room in the Capitol where he says the House Republican bill to repeal and replace in Obamacare is being drafted. Are you frustrated that that bill has not been made public, that there's not more transparency in this process right now?
Well, I've met with President Trump, Secretary Price, members of the House and the Senate, and I think we all want to make sure the right thing happens here. So I think the more that we get out there and let people know what the conversation is about, you'll get feedback from individuals like mine. One of the big issues I've got is we are not a state that expanded Medicaid because we know it was not sustainable. It's a disaster. I want to make sure Florida does not get treated worse than a state that took Medicaid expansion because it's not fair to our taxpayers.
Okay, there's a big issue that's developing, and in Washington there's always talk among Democrats and Republicans, let's do big things. Let's have one big repeal bill and one big replace bill. You have an idea to try to break this up into pieces.
Well, I think it's very difficult. The grand bargains don't seem to work out very well in healthcare. So I would focus on how do you drive down costs. The biggest issue we have is costs are too high. So how do you do that? Use the free market, allow more competition, let people buy the insurance they want to buy. Don't tell them what they should buy. You know your body better than anybody else. Your family knows what their needs are. Reward people for taking care of themselves. So where I would do it is I would work piece by piece and say, what does everybody agree with now, and do that.
Interesting, because Governor Scott had lunch and dinner with President Trump last weekend. We'll see if he takes some of that advice in the days ahead. Good to have you, Governor.
Have a great day.
You too, sir.